Okay, here we're going to do a comparison between the Dymo Label Manager 160 and the brother P-touch PTH110. Both use either 6 AAA batteries or an optional power supply sold separately. Quarterly keyboard, I think is how it's pronounced. Rubber feel of this one. This one's like all solid. This one's individual, but also rubber. Display, manual cut. You got your menus and power button here. Layout here. Both come with a sample of OEM label. We're going to do a comparison between the Dymo brand label, P-touch label, and then generic Chinese knockoff labels. See which ones are more durable. So let's go ahead and thread this one up. On the P-touch, this whole back comes off. Access the batteries and where you load the cassette. This one is 2 separate doors. This bottom one here is for the battery compartment, where the top is where you load the cassette. This one is all one piece. So I got the cassette here. So I'll go ahead and put it in. Alright, I got it hooked up to the universal power adapter. Same polarity as this one, so I didn't have to change nothing. 9 volts, 9 volts. Turn it on. Automatically comes up. I don't know if I got to look at directions, see if I can adjust the font color. But let's try this. So I can't even read it from this angle. Let's hit print. Copies 1. There you go. Prints out a lot more, but I had to pull it out too to thread it, so let's try again. See how much it puts out. Copies. This one asks how many copies you want, the other one didn't. So that's how much it does for that. They're laminated. You can see it laminate when it on the cartridge. You got like a thin layer that gets put over this. Tape is the same, split level in the middle. If you try to pry it, you can kind of see there. So that's the same. But in order to read this stupid thing, I gotta be right on top of it. Like this. So let me look at the manual and see if there's a way to adjust the contrast. Okay, now it's a lot easier to read at an angle. And actually holding it up this way, I can kind of see it too at an angle. To adjust the contrast menu, you got LCD contrast. You hit the arrows to figure out like this, feed. Okay. Please cut. Well, that's just to feed it through. That's not going to adjust the feed. Let's go back. Print options, decorative, file, label length, auto, 12-inch. Let's see what that does. Okay. Well, that ain't gonna do that. Made it that long. So that's not what I want. We'll set the auto. I think I'll leave it at that. Hit OK, it's accepted. Anyway, LCD contrast, got set to -2. You go +9. You can't even, well, the camera picks it up, look directly across it, but I can't read it from like back here. -2, -1, 0. I'm gonna leave it at -2. Hit accepted. Yeah, it's back to normal. Throw those ones out. So, I guess let's clear it. And you can do font, you can do size, style, you can do cable. Escape. Let's see. 2-line limit, that's not what I want. Backspace. Hit the BS. But anyway, let's go control. P-touch OEM, that should be in capitals. Let's hit that. Doesn't stay unless I press and hold, maybe. Nope. Doesn't have caps lock. Ain't that either. Let's go back to the beginning. Do P-touch control. P-touch OEM, because that's what's in here. Do print copies 1. There we go. P-touch OEM. Now we're going to do a comparison on Dymo OEM. So I need to undo this. This one goes on the top, and see if I can do this with one hand. If I can find it. That one automatically threads when you plug it on. One thing I like is this one's easier to read. 1/2 inch, that's what we want. So let's see, D. Dymo OEM, and I print. Cut. Like that. Though it's a little pulled out there, let's try again. That one's better. So let's look at the two. From a standpoint, they both look the same. I think this one might just be a tad bit smoother. Yeah, P-touch is a bit smoother. But I like the controls on the Dymo. At least it's easier to read from an angle, somewhat. But it's bigger screen. So, now let's switch it out and try the Chinese knockoffs. Alright, now we got a generic brand of Dymo label in this one. And I got Dymo Generic. Cut. Tell it's got like, it's not smooth. Gonna print again. And you can even tell it's like papery. So it's not as smooth, but still got the split background. Now we'll load it up with the P-touch Generic. Alright, this one we got the Generic in here. If it's spelled wrong, so be it. Kiss my ass. Gonna print. Gonna cut, so I'm gonna throw the first one away. I'm gonna try again. Please cut. That's what it said. The P-touch Generic is obviously smoother than the Dymo Generic. So obviously the P-touch labels are better. However, I like the controls on the Dymo better. The display is easier to read. So this one would probably be, I'd use this one for like making like outdoor labels, because I think they would hold up better. Because even the P-touch Generic is smoother than the Dymo Generic. Now compared to the P-touch Generic compared to the Dymo OEM, they're about the same, shiny wise. And P-touch OEM. See, P-touch OEM compared to the P-touch Generic, they're about the same. Now let's see, Dymo OEM versus Dymo Generic. To me, it feels like a little bit rougher. While the OEM is obviously smoother than the Dymo Generic. It probably depends on your brand, but either way. Yeah, P-touch labels are obviously better. I mean, there's better quality. Even the Chinese knockoffs were all made in China, but the generic brand, at least the one I bought, is better than the Dymo Generic. The Dymo OEM is probably about on par with P-touch OEM and Generic. So, honestly, the P-touch labels are better quality. Both, well, if you use OEM Dymo labels, they're just as good as the P-touch OEM and Generic labels as far as shininess and smoothness. While the generic Dymo labels that I bought are rougher than the OEM brand of either one. If you understand what I'm saying. If you buy Dymo brand labels, they're just as good as the brother P-touch OEM and Generic labels as far as shininess and smoothness. Both the brother OEM and Generic are just as good as between the two, at least smoothness wise. I have to see how well they hold up outside. While the Dymo Generic will probably be better suited for indoors. But I'm going to put them all outside, facing direct sunlight, and see if they survive a month. And that'll tell us once and for all basically how they do. But both machines are good, but I like the display and layout of this one better. It's easier to read. But as far as label wise, I say I like the P-touch labels.